Hello and thank you for watching. So I just wanted to go over what you just saw, add in some little tidbits that are hard to really translate into that kind of a clip to make sure that your rune cordings are as precise as possible. And of course the best way to make them super specific is to use auto hotkey, but I'm not going to go into that. I haven't used it. I haven't felt the need to use it, at least not yet. So this is like legit manual strategies. The first thing is going to be pausing the game. You want to start your recording with the game paused. That way your first input is going to start right from like the first few milliseconds of the recording and not at like 2 or 3 seconds afterwards by the time you click it and then get your fingers in the right place. So this is the best way to do it in my opinion. You hit record, and right after you hit record, you unpause, or whenever you're ready after having hit the record button, you unpause it and hit all your keys that you need to hit. The other important thing is that the recording doesn't stop until you lift your mouse button. Make a random new one right here. Go. The boss doesn't interrupt me. So like I can click it, move off of it. Now I'm actually recording it. But if I again click it and move off of it, it's not going to stop it. It's only going to stop once I actually release it. It's really important to have this turned off before you stop recording. As you can see, it actually stopped this whole process. So I'm not sure if that's intentional or it's a bug, or either way, make sure you do it in the right order. Start the recording, start the runecorder, and then unpause it. After that, the next important thing is going to be the timing of your energon cube. As you saw the zoom in on that 17 seconds, those 17 seconds are very important because of the 18-second duration of energon cube. Why did I turn this off again? Oh, right, I deleted something. So here you can see I have these really small segments, and then this long segment right here. This long segment right here is the energon cube casting, and at the end of it is 17 seconds, and you can see it counting right here: 15, 16, 17. Boom, done. And I'm going on to the next one. I even have like a basic loop right here, energon loop, where it's nothing but the spells and then energon at the end, and that way I can add it in super easily whenever, wherever needed. What I have set up right here is not super efficient, but it gets the job done. So I have 3 energon cubes, a break where I'm casting a few more spells, doing purchase spells, and then I have my dark ritual at the very end, at the end of the 1 minute. This is using too much mana for the timer, but since you don't need a ton of energon to clear your fatigue stacks and regenerate your energy when you're using rank 1 spells, it's fine. It's okay, especially when you're rotating through the 3 different spell types. It's not the most damage efficient, but I don't know. So far, it's not a problem. I'll probably readjust it later on when I'm actually struggling, but for now it's okay. So why do you need these like longer loops and recordings of recordings of recordings? Well, not only is it easier when you get to different stages of your progression in your transcension, it also makes it easier to do your 5-minute loops. 5-minute loops are going to be important for your synergy because it has a 5-minute cooldown. And the first few nodes aren't going to last as long as that cooldown. So you're not going to want to have all of them all at once. If you get multiple synergies, you want to have one, 2.5 minutes later, have the other one. For now, the experimental branch has synergies as a perk that is only about 1 minute and 40 seconds. So we'll have to play around with that once that gets to be a thing. But for now, what I do is I have my charges right here on one single segment. I also have them separated right here into 3 separate ones. And as you can see in this version, for my rank 7 spells, I have the charges, the synergy, a random lightning zap because of these fire and ice charges, synergy again, fire and lightning charges, synergy of fire and lightning. And then 6 energons right here with 3, and this is where you need to do the math into it. With 3 synergies, you're not going to have enough mana to have all of Dark Ritual, and you can only have about 5 energon loops during that period. I have 6, which is too much, so every 5 minutes I'm spending 25 more mana than I actually recover. Not good. It is technically possible to like extend this out, and this is where learning the energon stacking method is important, because the more cost reduction you have, the further out you can push before starting your energon loops. And the further out you can push before starting your energon loops, the fewer energon casts you need overall. There's a formula for it, and if you want to be a math wizard, you can just adjust this every single time you clear a system or for your very last few systems, and have like that perfect energon amount where you're not casting it too much, you're not losing DPS because you're casting energon when you don't need to actually cast energon. I haven't gotten that precise yet because re-recording these things is a lot less friendly than Sid's adjustments on the fly. Oh, let me swap out this stone or swap out this gem. On the plus side, once you have your basic recordings set up, you can just add them and remove them as needed. You can add in some repeats wherever you want, and it's fairly easy to just slot everything in and adjust up to 5 minutes. Anyways, that's pretty much everything I needed to say, everything I wanted to say on the matter. I don't have this specifically laid out because your playstyle isn't going to be my playstyle. Each spell has a different cast speed, and so you'll need maybe more fire spells than ice spells, depending on which element you choose to go. So right now there's no actual builds to say, hey, do this. So it's partially just experimenting on your own and noticing that, hey, I don't need this many energon cubes right now. Hey, I can push a bit further without energon cubes and stuff like that. I hope you learned something. I hope you got something out of this. And in any case, I will see you in the next system. Oh, P.S. Subscribe. That down below. It's the button down below. Subscribe. Hit it. It's cool. I love it. I want to say, like, actually thanks that there's been a ton of people watching these videos, and it's been pretty incredible to see that people are interested in it. So yay, thanks. Bye.